I'm Anki and welcome to my channel. I know I haven't been very active here, but I have made myself and you guys a promise that I am going to be more active this year. So, as you know, obviously international travel has taken a huge hit because of COVID और हम ज़्यादा travel नहीं कर पा रहे थे abroad. And that surprisingly became a very good thing for me क्योंकि मैंने India इतने अच्छे से किया because of the lack of international travel that now I have come up with a list of super unique experiences which are very affordable, which are within a budget, and these are experiences that you will thank me for. So let's get started. Okay, so the first experience that you cannot miss out on is this hanging tent over tea plantations. It is called the Stingray tent. It is very cool क्योंकि ये basically suspended होता है over tea plantations और उसको बांधा जाता है to the trees around. So it is very sustainable because it doesn't hamper any of the trees around. And it's really strange also because when you sleep on it, it's like kind of moving around, so you have to get a little bit used to it. But it is so worth the experience. And also I remember when I unzipped the tent and I looked out, just the feeling of, you know, waking up, hanging in midair, looking at this beautiful sunrise over the tea plantations was insane. So I would definitely suggest this experience. It is in Wayanad. It's called Stingray Tribe. I'm going to add that in the description box so you can check it out. And it is super affordable as well. So yeah, definitely a very unique experience in Kerala. So the second very unique experience, again this is from Kerala and it is in Wayanad, is from this place called Edikal Caves. We actually dined inside a cave and it was a super cool experience. To be very honest, the food was kind of average, but when you look at, so basically, as you can see in the videos that we've added, you can see that as soon as I entered, it was like a super narrow passage and then suddenly everything just opened up and har jagah there were like candles lit and we literally dined inside the cave. So it was a very surreal experience and very beautiful experience. So yeah, don't go there for the food, but definitely go there for the experience. So the third experience is again in South India. It is actually very close to Bangalore. So it's just 35 kilometers from Bangalore and it is a shipping container that you can stay at in the middle of the woods. It was a very cool experience because it was basically a cabin, a chotu sa shipping container that was shipped all the way from Bermuda in 2008. So the cool thing about it is that this is a very sustainable way of kind of encouraging tiny home living, which is becoming a huge thing internationally as well. And it's a great thing that has come to India. So the idea is to kind of not waste the shipping containers once they've been used to like transport goods. So they make it into tiny living homes. So it's very cute. It's like a small little thing. There's a little door which you open and there's like a small bed right in the corner which opens up to a window that looks out into the woods. So it's a very cute experience. Again, like this is one of those experimental kind of living that people are trying out, especially closer to cities because people need quick getaways and this is a great break and a great break away from city life. And you can also work from there. So yeah, you should totally check this out. It's called Rusty and it's a shipping container just 35 kilometers from Bangalore. So for the fourth experience, I'm finally taking you to North India. It is this amazing tribe in Rajasthan. What is really interesting about this particular experience was that I was in Rajasthan for a month, traveling through the length and breadth of Rajasthan. Like we went to every nook and cranny that we could possibly find. And one thing that was a little bit disturbing to me was कि मुझे औरतें दिखती ही नहीं थी राजस्थान में. Like as soon as you would enter a village, the women would just run away. And it was mostly just men. अगर तुम royalty देख लो, there were men. When you visited the tribes like the Rabaris or the Raikas, they were all men. So it was so refreshing for me to come to this village and meet the Garasia tribe women because they were super confident. They were like really proud of their tribe and they were just so outgoing and so open to talking about everything, you know. So it was really like refreshing to meet them. And right from their attire, which were very colorful clothes, beautiful jewelry, the fact that they could marry whoever they wanted, they could study, they could wear whatever they wanted, it was a really amazing experience. So I would definitely suggest meeting the Garasia tribe women if ever in Rajasthan. So the fifth experience is again from Rajasthan. It is when we actually went and fed deer in this Bishnoi village. What is really interesting about the Bishnois is that they are the ones that came up with the Chipko movement. They have always been very attached to nature, very attached to you know, saving animals and taking care of animals and plants and just generally like very close to nature. This particular place that we went to there were deer that were rescued from accidents and like deer that were injured or that were born with some kind of defects and all of that. So these people, they save these deer, they give them a sanctuary, they feed them, they take care of them till their old age. Now from the west of the country, for the sixth experience, I'm going to take you to the far east of the country, which is Nagaland. Also one of the places that is the closest to my heart. In fact, I started my YouTube journey with a Nagaland video, so it's really special for me. This is a place in Nagaland called Mon, which has the last surviving headhunters of Nagaland. I know it sounds really scary, but they are such cuties. They're like these old like grandpas who just like sit around with their like tattoos, like bodies completely tattooed and like with their spears and with their headgear and everything. But they're just the sweetest, kindest people. And the sad part is that they are the last surviving headhunters that our generation is going to see, because the next few generations, they have left the whole headhunting thing, because this was again like obviously banned and it's not really legal anymore. So yeah, there's a little bit of sadness when it comes to that, but yeah, it's a really beautiful experience. Just like sit with them. There's always like a tea pot burning on the fire, and they're all just sitting there recalling their big gallant like experiences that they had when they took these many heads back in the day. So yeah, if you're ever in Mon, especially like now, before they kind of like wither away, please go and please have this experience. So for the seventh experience, we're going to stick to the northeast, but this time we're going to go to Arunachal Pradesh in this beautiful little village called Zero. So it's actually famous for the Zero Music Festival that happens every September, and it's a very, very niche festival, very, very unique festival because it happens overlooking the rice paddy fields, these golden paddy fields, and especially during sunset, it looks amazing. And some really nice bands come and perform in Zero Festival, some very, very different bands from India and from all over the world. So it's a definitely must-do music festival, but I'm going to tell you that Zero, apart from the festival, is also absolutely worth visiting, especially for this tribe called the Apatanis. So you must have seen them. They have these like really big nose rings and very big like earrings, and they have these face tattoos. So it is said that the Apatani women were so beautiful that the ancestors wanted their faces tattooed so they don't appear so beautiful to the other tribes. So that's kind of how the face tattooing of the Apatani women started. It was a very special experience. We walked around the village. We did some farming with them. We can also do this thing where you catch fish with your bare hands, which is also a very like crazy experience because the fish are all wriggly and it's a very creepy but a fun experience, and you get all muddy and super fun. So yeah, meeting the Apatani tribe in Zero and catching fish with your own bare hands is definitely a very unique experience that I would recommend. So from the far east of the country, I'm going to take you far, far up north. This is an experience in Zanskar, Ladakh, and it's like one of those magical experiences that I can never ever forget in my life. So we visited this monastery called Phuktar Monastery. The only way that you can reach this monastery is by hiking, and it is very deep inside the Zanskar valley. So we literally traveled for like almost 3 days just to get to this monastery. Our bike broke down, we had to walk a bunch, and finally we started trekking at almost 3 in the evening when you should actually start in the morning, but luckily we made it to this monastery. It is basically nestled inside a cave. So it's literally like high up in the caves, and that's why you can only hike to get there. And the river that passes by is this bright electric blue. Like I remember when I had actually posted videos about this place, people were like, "ये possible ही नहीं है कि ये India में है. You have photoshopped this thing. You have made the lake look so bright." But trust me, it looks that bright and that beautiful to the naked eye. It was absolutely bright, like the stunning blue. And so we had to trek alongside this river for almost 2 hours to get to this monastery, and we stayed there. We spoke to the monks there. We spoke to the little baby monks there who gave us like chai, and you can also stay there. We didn't decide to stay there because we had to leave the next day, but you can actually stay at the monastery as well. And the cute thing is that once you come trek back to the village, that village has only 3 homestays. That's it. That is the extent of civilization in that particular valley. So yeah, if you ever get the chance, definitely visit this hidden monastery or Phuktar in Zanskar. So from Ladakh, I'm going to take you to Kashmir, to this place called Aru Valley in Pahalgam. This was very special because we got to play cricket. in this like massive valley where you could just see like green grass on top and then like trees surrounding it. So it was a super cool experience. So yeah, if you are ever in Aru Valley, try and play cricket there. It could be the most stunning cricket playground you've ever seen in your life. Now for the last experience, I'm going to take you back to Kerala. This is an experience in this place called Tekkady, which is near Idiki. So this is a glass cabin. So it's slightly strange, so bear with me. Because the whole thing is just like shaped like a pyramid, but it's glass on all sides. So while it is a very, very cool experience at night, because you can just like sleep under the stars, you literally just like look up and there's this like blanket of stars above you. But in the morning it gets super hot because the sun rays come in and it gets a little uncomfortable, and also there is zero privacy. So if you're willing to give up on that, try this experience. But yeah, I would say that one day you can give up on it and definitely try it. So yeah, these are the 10 unique, special, affordable, budget-friendly experiences that I had put together for you guys. Let me know if you want a part 2. I'm sure I can like find a couple of unique experiences more, especially till the pandemic is on. So let me know in comments.